friends, what up and welcome back. So today I have Gaga's new foundation. Oh my god, I am so excited about trying this foundation. So a couple of months ago, Lady Gaga's Hauslabs brand did like a whole rebranding, which thank god, because the stuff that they came out with before, I was really giving it the side eye like, what on God's green earth is this? So they rebranded a couple of months ago with like new lip colors, new paints that you can use like all over the face. And I've been looking at the brand. I've really been looking at the brand and thinking to myself, like, I wanted to get some stuff, particularly the lip colors. And then on the 9th, they debuted foundations, finishing powders, and and a brush. And me, in my infinite wisdom, was like, ooh, let's start with foundations first, right? So one of the things that really drew me towards this foundation line was, oh my god, it is chock full of peach undertones in every intensity, which makes sense because Gaga herself does have peach undertones, but I'm talking about from the light to the deepest shades have peach undertones, and not just like warm peach undertones, but cool and neutral as well. So there are 50 shades of this foundation. It cost, I believe it was either $45 or $49. Let me check really quickly. Okay, so it is $45. There are, whoa, 51 shades? That's, oh, there looks to be a mixer too. Oh, is this a mixer? Yeah, there's also a mixer. I did not see that. So there are 50 shades, and then there's a fair neutral, ultra fair with white undertones. So it's a mixer. So there are 51 shades of this foundation in total, and they come in warm, cool, and neutral tones, but they come also in peach undertones. A lot of peach undertones. Oh my god. There were like, honestly, there were like 6 different shades that I could have chosen from. It was amazing. I was just like, Wonderland. So I have high hopes for this foundation, like really high hopes. I really want it to work. Number one, because I like Gaga. I mean, I don't love Gaga, but like I appreciate her as an artist and as a person. I find her to be extremely open and vulnerable, and you know, about the things that have happened to her, just about everything. She's like really, I find her to be very honest, so I like her. So let me read you some blurbs about this foundation, and then I'll go ahead and show you what I got and why I got what I got. It is a medium coverage, weightless, clean foundation with fermented arnica that reduces redness, helps even skin tone, and protects from environmental stress. It is a natural finish. What else? And that is it. That is it. So $45, you get, how much? You get a full ounce of product. Now, I wound up getting 2 shades. Number one, because I said, like I said, there were about 5 to 6 shades that I could have chosen from. I fell in the medium intensity. And I got 2 shades. The reason why I got 2 shades, so these are the 2 shades that I got. One of them is, holy shit, I can't tell. I can't read. My glasses are all the way over there. Okay, so I got 350 medium cool, and then I got 360 medium warm. Both of these are peach undertones. Now, the reason why I got 2 shades is because I was looking at the models, and the one that says cool, says warm. I looked at the model and I was like, that looks like a cool peach undertone, and then I read the description and it says a rosy peach undertone, but it's still in the warm category. So I was very confused by that. I said, okay, let me get it. It looks like it might be the right shade, but the undertones are weird. So then I looked at the model on 350 and for 350 cool, and then I read the description, and the description says a golden peach undertone, cool golden peach undertone. So I know that if you use the color wheel theory, then warm, what we normally think of as warm undertones, actually falls under cool if you're using a color wheel theory. So it looks as if this foundation was formulated in that way, using the color wheel theory and not just like conventional cool, warm makeup industry stuff. So when I actually pumped out both foundations on my hand, So I'll give you swatches of both shades, please. I cannot even remember which one is which one. So this is the medium warm. That was the original one that I got. And then the cool. So if you look at the swatches, this is the cool tone here, and then this is supposed to be the warm tone. But if you look at the swatches, you can see that this one looks more like the conventional warm tone that we're used to, and then this one is definitely looks like a pinky cool tone. So I am actually going to go in with this one today, even though it's quote unquote the cool one. I'm actually going to go in with this one and use it today. Now they both basically look like the same color, but you can definitely see that this one has more of a pinky undertone and this one has a more golden undertone. So I'm going to go in with this one. Alright, so can we just talk about the fabulousness of this bottle here? Like, I have never seen a makeup bottle, a foundation bottle that looks like this. I think this is so freaking adorable. Like, this is so cute. Inside it's black, which it would have been nice if they had kept the silver, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go in with 2 pumps and get started. So I'm going to be doing my traditional 3-day wear test, hopefully, unless something happens like it starts to break me out and so stuff. However, the caveat to that is I am already breaking out. For some reason, there is something that I've used lately on my skin that's already breaking me out. So I do have 2 pimples here, like they're subcutaneous, they're under the skin, so you can't really see them. And yeah, that's about it, honestly. So the first day I usually just go ahead and do my everyday primer, which is the Shiseido primer. I'm already wearing it. I'm already wearing my under eye concealer. And then on the second day, if it's I'll use a matte primer with it to see how it looks. And then on the third day, I will use nothing. So this is supposed to be medium coverage. So, oh, this looks very light. Ooh, you know what? You know what? Now that I'm looking at it on my skin, this is the warm shade. This is a cool shade. So now that I'm looking at it on my skin, it does actually look quite cool. All right, let me see what the quote-unquote warm shade looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little experiment right now. All right, so now I'm gonna try to go in with the warm shade and see what it looks like, even though it does have those pinky undertones. All right, so this one, those pinky undertones are like throwing me, but I kind of want to use one on one side and one on the other side, but one side of my face is darker than the other, so that might affect it, but it doesn't look okay. Okay, so maybe it is warm, but that pinky undertone was throwing me. It's a little bit more pink in my foundation than I'm used to, but it does not look terrible. Alright, so I could have probably gone a shade darker. Probably. But this is what we have so far. I don't know how I feel about the finish. Like it's a little bit more than medium to me. It's verging, really verging on, it really is verging on full coverage. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think with like one layer it's medium coverage, but very quickly it goes up to, it could go up to full, it seems like. So it's quite buildable. I could, like I said, I could have gone with a darker shade, but it is what it is, and here we are already. So alright guys, here is my full face with the foundation, and I have to say it doesn't look natural. It really does not. It is really giving I'm wearing makeup. It is it has found every pore on my face. Oh my god. It's not sitting very well on my skin. Oh, this is disappointing. So it is really emphasizing my pores. Oh my god, I have to sneeze. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so it's really emphasizing my pores on this side. So it's weird because it's beautiful, but I don't know, it just looks, it looks like makeup. It looks like makeup. That's what it looks like. It's a full face of, hey, I'm wearing foundation. And I don't like that. But chances are I can like fix it, but not today, because on the first day I generally don't do anything other than like set it with powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it with my Chanel powder really quickly. Alright, so there we have it, set with the Chanel powder. What freaking time is it? I have no idea. So what do I think so far? I don't know, you know, I really don't. So it is a beautiful foundation. I will give it that. It's absolutely beautiful. However, it looks like foundation. It's incredibly perfecting, and that's not a bad thing, because the Patrick Ta foundation was perfecting also, but the Patrick Ta foundation looked natural. This doesn't look natural, not at all. This looks like I'm wearing a full face of foundation, and I'm not one of those people that wants to look like I'm wearing a full face foundation. Like literally when I wear makeup, people don't know that I'm wearing makeup, and that's the way that I like it. So this to me, it's too perfecting. It feels good on the skin. I can't feel it. I really can't feel it. It doesn't have a smell. It's easy to apply. It spreads really easily. It blends out very nicely. The issue, sometimes the Chanel powder does blur, so let me see if it did that for my pores. Alright, and the Chanel powder is helping to blur it a little bit, but I don't think this foundation is going to hold up really well in the heat, because I have to go out today. I don't think it's going to hold up very well in the heat. It's just not giving those vibes at all, just based on looking at it, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, so I'm going to be quiet. It is now 2:51 in the afternoon. It's pretty late, so I'm going to be doing a late wear test. I got started late because I woke up late, and this is what my face looks like. I will be back here later on with the results of day number 1 and my further thoughts. Like, I'm just a little bit thrown by the way the foundation looks, because I was expecting something that looked very natural, and this doesn't look very natural. I still have hope. I still have hope for it, so we'll see what it looks like when I come back. Also, let me apologize for not uploading at all last week. Last week was very a lot. Let's just put it that way. Last week was very a lot, and so I didn't get around to editing anything, and my apologies for that. But anyway, 12:51, I will be back here later on with the results of my wear test, so I will see you then. Bye. Alright friends, welcome back. It is now 11 minutes past 8 in the evening, and this is what my face looks like. So, first impressions on this foundation are not good. So I know it probably looks great on camera, but out in the wild, she looks very mask-like. I feel like this is one of those foundations that you can't just like wear on its own. You have to use other things to make it look not quite so mask-like. I did take some pictures. I took one in the car at around 2 o'clock, and I will throw it up here. And I was wearing a mask today as well for probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. The foundation has found all my pores and acne scars and emphasized them. So there's that. And I took another picture at around 4:30 outside. Lighting is not great, but I think it's like a good representation, so I'll throw that up here as well. Now, it still doesn't feel like anything on my face, even though it has started to break down, or it started to break down quite some time ago. But it's also kind of streaky and patchy, and if you touch your face, it like comes off. So like, I don't know if you can see right here, my finger was here and a bit of it just like lifted off. So first impressions are not good, and it's really disappointing because, like I said, I was really looking forward to this foundation because I like Gaga. I just like everything about her. She's just kind of awesome. And also because the foundation line is very heavy on the peach undertones. So tomorrow I am actually going to try the Cool Peach shade just because I want to see what it looks like on my skin. And then tomorrow I'm also going to load it down with products to see if I can get it to look less mask-like. I feel like if I add bronzer and some contouring, it may not look quite as, oh my god, you're wearing makeup. Maybe. I don't know yet. So I'm thinking about using the other shade tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but we shall see. So stick around for about 30 seconds and it'll be coming right up. But yeah, this is what my face looks like. Day number 1 over and done with. And see you in a couple of seconds for day number 2. Hey friends, what up, and welcome back to day number 2 of wear testing the new Hauslabs Triclone foundation by Lady Gaga. Today is the day that I would pile more products on top of it just to see how well it takes product. And I've also decided that I'm only going to be doing 2 days of a wear test for this foundation because I fear this foundation on my bare skin is not going to do well, what with the acne marks and the pores apparently. Yeah, so we're only going to do 2 days, so this is going to be the second and the last day of it, and today I'm going to pile products on top of it to see how it takes product. I'm also going to go in with the second shade that I got was 360 Cool, medium cool, 350 medium cool, and see how that shade looks on me. The other shade, when I had looked at it out in the real world, it was yellow. It was like really yellow. It just didn't look right. It looked very mask-like, and I did say that at my the conclusion of day 1, that it looks very mask-like. So I'm gonna try a couple of different things today to see if I can get it to look more natural. Number 1, I am going to use this shade because I think this shade might actually be a little bit better, maybe. And then I'm going to try to apply less, and I'm also going to use a different brush, a more targeted kind of brush, to see if I can get a better overall canvas from this. So because I'm piling products on, there's not going to be a lot of talking today unless I am noticing something like super egregious. Then I will, you know, stop and say something about it. But other than that, we're just going to go in and I'll pile the products on top of it and you'll see how everything goes on. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, so I just had to say really quickly, once again, I could have gone a little bit darker with the color, but the undertone on this is better because I don't know if you guys remember when I did say the undertones before. The warm shade has a rosy peach undertone, which is a cool undertone, and then the cool shade has a golden peach undertone, which is a warm undertone. So I don't really know how they're classifying these foundations. It seems really weird. So this is a better undertone for me However, it's still, like I said, it could have been a little bit darker, maybe like a half a shade darker, but this already looks much better than it looked before. Looks much better. All right, so here's my whole face. I wanted to come back really quick and show you my whole face with the 350 Cool shade. Now, even though the undertone is a better match than the one before, than the warm shade, it still manages to be cool because I'm starting to look a little bit gray already. It actually is a cool undertone, but it is the right undertone, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. This is really wonky because the shade that should have been perfect should have been the warm peach undertone, but it has rosy undertone, so it's a little bit more red, and then when you get out in sunshine, it looks really yellow, weirdly enough. And then this one has the right undertone technically, but it's cool. So I don't know. But anyway, this is what my face looks like, and I shall now proceed to dump a whole lot of product on top of it. Alright guys, here is my finished face. It is now 12:23. Oh, my bad. 12:34 in the afternoon. Pretty late, yes I know. But I woke up at 10:30 this morning. I don't know what the hell is going on with me lately. I've just been, nothing is wrong with me. I've just been letting my body do what it wants to do, and it wants to sleep apparently. So I've just been letting it. So I woke up at 10:39 this morning, and I'm usually up by like 7:30, 8:30. Somewhere between those two times, but yep, and that's why we're late today. Now here is my face, an appropriately fall face, if I do say so myself. You may not be able to see from the camera, however, I am looking quite gray. Maybe you can tell in comparison to my chest how very cool my face looks. So the foundation does in fact have a cool undertone, albeit the right undertone. Like I am so very confuzzled right now with this foundation. Like I don't know. Anyway, this is what my face looks like. We'll be doing a wear test until the end of the day today. So if you want to see the results of my wear test and you want to see the performance at the end of a very long day, most likely, stick around because it'll be coming up in like 2 seconds, really 2 seconds. Alright, so see you back here for the results of my wear test and day number 1 and my overall thoughts on this foundation in a couple of seconds. Peace. Alright friends, I am back and it is now 18 minutes past 8 in the evening and this is what my face looks like. Yes, I'm aware I've changed my clothes, but I was hanging out with my niece and she is 3. Accidents happen. So this is why I'm wearing something else, but it is the same day. I don't know if you could tell from like my makeup that it's the same day or anything else, but it is in fact the same day, and that's what my face looks like. So you can tell from my face and my chest that the foundation is cool toned. So yeah, so I'm not even gonna waste too much time on this because this foundation isn't for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I had great hopes for it because, like I said before, it was like a chock full of peach undertones foundation range, and I was digging that. Still digging that for the people that are able to find their shade. And as for me, I mean, is not so much the shade issue, because the shade could be worked with. It's not even so much the undertone. I just don't like the way this foundation looks. It doesn't look natural. It looks very unnatural and mask-like, and I'm not here for that. Like, it may not look like that on camera, but trust me, in real life, it looks very mask-like, and I'm just not here for that. It just doesn't look, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, not in my estimation anyway. But other people have been raving about it on Sephora, so I guess it's for somebody. But me, personally, I don't like that cakey look. Like I said earlier in the video, when I wear makeup, nobody's supposed to know that I'm wearing makeup. I do natural beats. That's it. I don't want people to know. I don't want my makeup to, I don't want to walk out through the door and people look at my makeup and be like, oh, she's wearing makeup. When I walk out the door, people are supposed to look at my skin like my mother did the other day. I walked out and I had on some other foundation and makeup, and she was like, oh my God, you look so pretty today. And I was like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I don't look pretty when I'm not wearing makeup? She was like, you're wearing makeup? Exactly. That's the reaction I want when I'm wearing a foundation. Not, oh, you're wearing foundation. So, yeah, no. So I think the biggest thing for me is, number one, the way it looks. The undertones are very confusing to me, because the warm undertone is rosy and the cool undertone is yellow, and that's just, it's not mathing. I mean, I don't know, whatever, man. Like, it's just a very confusing line. It's a very confusing line. If you don't go on your undertones, then, you know, go ahead and purchase this foundation. But if you're actually looking for your actual undertone, it might be a little bit difficult, because like I said, the warm undertone is a rosy peach, which is normally a cool undertone, but then when you get outside in the real world, it looks kind of yellow. And then the cool undertone, which is normally the rosy peach, is a golden peach, but it still looks like a cool undertone. So I don't know what's happening here. I really don't know what's happening here, and I'm not even going to explore it any further. I'm gonna just let it be because it is what it is. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me for my review on the Hauslabs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. It is not for me, but clearly it is for someone else, because they're raving about it on Sephora. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you are going to try this foundation, if you already tried it, what do you think of it? Let me know. Let me know. But as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.